Okay, Luis, what are your thoughts on border security and the current problems with illegal immigrants that we're facing today in America?
Yes, I think that the main problem is not only with America. The other problem is with Mexico, because I know that there's a lot of problems between Mexico and America because of immigrants. One problem in Mexico is that they are not supporting the poor people to raise their jobs, to get a better life, so they try to come here illegally because it's much easier. When they want to get a visa or something like that, they don't know how to do it, so they cannot come here legally. And I want to ask a question to Alex. So do you want to take the military that is right now fighting for the rights of the Americans against the terrorists to kill here immigrants?
No, I
hear that.
No. Besides,
Okay, Alex,
So it's right.
I think maybe one thing that he's saying is you said just a second ago that even if we take back $1 trillion, how will anyone else still be able to attack us? While Luis is saying that we have been attacked in the recent past.
well, I still don't understand.
Yeah, that's okay. The other question for you. So you want to cut you want to raise the healthcare and bring the troops back and have less.
I think we're gonna just reduce our troops generally and gradually, just for terms and terms to get them back.
Okay, great. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Luis. All right, next question. Titus, you stated recently that Ivy's plan to raise immigration security is, and I quote, not worth the extra money. What did you mean by that?
Well, she would be planning to double the boots on the border, which is currently at 21,000, which means we go into 42,000. And I don't understand why, because recently the people being caught in the country has decreased. So if I was president, I would decrease the boots on the border and use the money in more beneficial places.
Okay, thank you, Titus. I'll give you. Ivy, I'll give you a chance to respond to Titus thinking we should decrease.
Okay. We bring the troops back into the borders. It doesn't mean we have to use the money, because the reason we want to approve this bill is we want to make we want to protect our law system, because people are breaking the law. It doesn't mean we have to spend money on this. We can let them do some work to avoid this situation happen, but we don't have to spend that much money on this.
Thank you, Ivy. Thank you. Alejandra, you said in a speech recently that you don't understand Titus's healthcare plans. Explain what you meant by that.
Okay, Titus, I agree with you to revoke Obama's healthcare because it's not working in this moment. But I really don't understand what you want to do after that. What is your proposal? Like, what do you want to change?
Go ahead, Titus.
Well, I would lower taxes on the health insurance companies, so that they could provide more affordable health care to the lower class without lowering the quality. And I would repeal all state laws which prevent insurance companies from competing across state lines, which I think would increase competition, which would also keep quality high and prices low.
Thank you. Okay, Alex, you are in disagreement with Anna's idea of changing the current abortion laws. Why do you disagree?
Yeah, because their bill says that for those who are not able to afford to adopt the children.
A little louder, Alex.
Their bill says that for those who cannot afford to adopt their children, may borrow money from government. And I think this totally unreasonable because they don't have enough money to adopt the children. We need to, nowadays we need to spend a lot on child. They need to get to learn how to play instrument, and you need to learn, main kind of classes. So it's even spend more than they just stay single or just if they don't want to have a children. So and it's very hard and they say the mom should promise the government that they're gonna work after the pregnancy stuff, but it's even hard for well-educated students. Who's graduated from the college to get a job in our day. So how could they supposed to get a job easily?
Okay, Anna, I'll give you a chance to respond to that.
Okay, first of all, in my opinion, abortion is murder. So our government have create the best condition for the child to be born. So it's just if it's bad for the child future, so they can have abortion. But if the mother don't have enough money, she can borrow from our government, and we can buy child for her, and she have to work and pay back the money within 3 years.
I said, how could they find a job?
Oh, I just answered that we can buy a job.
Okay,
So they'll help find a job for them. So basically what she's saying, Alex, is that even though there's some people that can't afford it, she thinks that it's more important than just to have the abortion. It's more important. Okay. All right. Next question. Ivy, what are your thoughts about Allie's idea of creating new jobs for the unemployed by offering unemployed people classes and education for a particular trade instead of just writing them a check?
I agree with this bill because if those people who cannot get a job, they don't have knowledge. So if they just continue working by themselves without knowing anything professionally, they will the bankruptcy will not decrease because they don't know anything about what they were doing. And if we provide some courses to train them and help them to get an idea on how to work on the things that they want to work on, and to give them chances to actually do that, it will help decreasing the bankruptcies and help people to get more wealthy.
Thank you, Ivy. Thank you. Okay. Anna, you agree with Luis's plan to create a flat tax. What benefits do you see coming from a flat tax rate?
Okay. Now you see the different taxes for different people is that make it easier for them to get around the laws. And so I think the flat tax will avoid those loopholes, and it's equal for people so they can cheat the government to pay less. That's my idea.
Thank you. Okay, Luis, you said in a speech recently that you disagree with Alejandra's plans to offer the unemployed classes so they can begin to work again. You said that you disagree and there are a bunch of missing pieces to her idea. Explain what you meant by that.
Yeah, the first thing I want to ask her is, where are the classes? Who is going to prepare the citizens to do that kind of job? You mentioned that you were going to give classes about carpentry and I don't know what else that. And the other question is, who is going to pay for those people? Who is going to pay that people?
Okay, in this moment, the government is just giving free money to people who is not working. I think that is an easy way to do the things. So for that reason, we just wanna give them classes so they can study and they can have skills to have a job. The money will come from the money that we are giving in this moment. We're gonna reduce that amount of money and we're gonna invest that in those classes. The teachers we're gonna find in the sectors that we are going to work first.
Yeah, but I mean, you want to cut giving the money to the people that need the money, but the people who need the jobs are the people that are receiving the money.
No. We're gonna reduce the amount of money that we are giving in this moment to people who don't work.
So
Because
you will
they
still
don't
giving the
know.
money to the people that is not
We're
working?
gonna give a little amount of money to people
Yeah, but
who
I
in
mean-
this moment is not working, but also we're gonna invest that little
Yeah,
amount
but
of
that
money.
money also, where is come from? The money that you give to the people.
The government has that money in this moment. It's what in this moment is not working like that. Like the government is giving free money to people who don't work.
Yes.
3 years. Yeah, we're gonna work with that money.
Thank you. Luis, without asking her another question, I'll give you a quick chance to respond to that.
Well,
Do you have anything to say?
But I don't agree with that, because another thing is that America has a lot of technology. We are trying to teach the people to do a lot of different jobs. I think that it's more important to lower the tax to the companies so they can create factories here so that people can work in the current things that America is working with factories, technology, and keep growing.
Thank you, Luis. All right. Titus, many people, including your own classmates and fellow running mates, have said that you have a strong physical resemblance to our current president, Barack Obama. Do you think that will help or hurt your chances in this race?
Help.
That will help. Okay. Also, is it true that you once played the role of President Obama at a church Christmas banquet?
Yes, so I think that experience will relay over to my president as in the government class.
Okay, Alejandra, what are your thoughts on Luis's plan to create a flat tax of 15%?
I agree with that because I think that people who are working is not fair that pay the same amount that people who don't work in this moment. But I have a question because you were talking about create new jobs, but you didn't say how you're gonna create those jobs.
Yeah, I'm going to create those jobs, lowering the taxes from the companies, so with that the companies are not going to get out from the country. They're going to start working here, so they will create jobs for the Americans. And we can give those jobs to people that doesn't have the jobs, and they can start paying the income tax to the government.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you. Yes, Titus, go ahead.
So you're reducing the taxes on the richer,
Yeah.
right? And you're giving people jobs.
Yes.
Where is that coming from? How is the government?
Jobs?
Yeah,
I just said
and lowering taxes.
So he's saying-
how is the government gonna keep spending money when you keep taking money from them?
Yeah, because we're stopping paying the money that the people doesn't have jobs. We're creating the jobs, so the people we don't have to give free money to the people.
So he's saying cut the welfare programs for free money to the unemployed and just work with the businesses to help make more jobs in America. Any other questions? No? Okay, great. All right. Alex, next question. What are your thoughts on the majority of our products that we have today in America being made in China?
I think that's a good situation.
A little louder, Alex.
Yeah, I think that's a good situation because China has the cheapest labors in the world. So it is, for example, for Levi's jeans, they paid for the workers for about $5, and they send it for about $200 in. No, not that much, but about $100 in China. So they can earn about at least 50,000 for one jeans. So that's a very good situation, and we've moved all the not all but almost all the factories to the Asia, and moved the factories to the China, so the pollutions and moved to the China together. So that's very good for our country. But I have a very good suggestion because now India has the cheapest laborers in the both the cheap workers in the world. So I suggest we can move our factories into the India.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes, Luis, you can respond.
Yeah, so you're saying that we should take our companies to another place, like not China, to the India, because it's cheaper.
Yeah, they have cheaper labor.
But it's not should be better if we take the companies back to America? And
That's for the businessman, because they may, as I told you before, it's only cost $5.
yeah, but what happened with the people that need jobs right here in America?
If you want to pay that much money, that's a large amount of money for the workers. You need to.
But we can pay that money to our people.
You have to make the tax higher. Or
why we should make the tax higher?
Don't you know we have all the China about 4 trillion, even more than that kind of $4 trillion. Don't you know?
What?
With all China for about $4 trillion.
So we own China.
We owe China fortune.
So we still owe somebody's money.
So you give the companies to China and
don't you think we need to pay them back?
No.
Do you say anything else?
Yeah, it's all.
Okay. Ivy, what steps do you think we should be taking right now in order to improve our economy?
I think now in the United States we have really rich people and we also have poor people. So to improve our economy, I would like to suggest those rich people continue doing their businesses because it means they are doing well, and we can give them some freedom and some limitations so that to let them develop themselves continually, and also don't let them to get too over it. And for the poor people, just like Alice feel, we can provide their opportunities to get a job and to start to work, because it's better for them to work by themselves and to earn the money and to feel the competition than just getting money from the government directly.
Thank you. Okay, Anna, you stated recently that you, and I quote, strongly disagree with Ivy's plan to increase border security and raise penalties on any illegal immigrants. Why do you think it's a mistake, and what would you do differently?
So first of all, our military is not used for long-term issues like fighting in the war, protect our citizens from other countries. They can function as a police at the borders, but it's just in a short time. And moreover, how can illegal immigrants pay $15,000? If they have that much money, they will not immigrate illegally. So that will be a waste of time for us and for them to put them in jail and provide them meals.
No questions. You can just make a statement.
All right, yeah. Because they're saying that the people that it's immigrants here, they're going to be in jail and start working like cleaning buildings and things of the environment. But I think that those jobs will be better for the Americans that are not having jobs right now. So I think it's a better solution to take the immigrants back to their own countries, and they can be able to come back in a certain amount of years and legally.
Thank you. All right. Luis, next question is for you. What are your thoughts on our current president, Barack Obama's healthcare plan, Obamacare, that is under judicial review by the Supreme Court on whether or not it is constitutional?
I think that it's not constitutional, the part that they're saying that every American have to have the health care. Because I think that every American have the decision to choose if they're going to have health care or not. yeah, healthcare or not. And the healthcare is a good idea. Actually, it's a good idea, but it needs more investigation because some people can say that they're sick and they cannot work anymore, and the government is giving them money to buy the medicines and all the things that they need, but they are not really making sure that people need those things.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you. Okay, we have a few more minutes. What I'm going to do for that's the last question. Now the candidates have about 1 minute to give any closing remarks and convince us one last time on why they deserve to be the next president of the United States. Titus, we're going to start with you.